My name is Fabian. Uh, one day, I wanted to create an application for Android or for iPhone. So I saw an advertisement on YouTube, which one day I clicked and it took me to a website which is called Udemy.com, where I started to learn to write code in JavaScript. Well, I think it was actually HTML. It was HTML, CSS, and then I started to learn MongoDB. Uh, my teachers were he was a guy from the United States. His name is I think his name is, well, I don't remember his name. I learned also Node.js and Express and MongoDB who teach me these lessons in a course was a man whose name is Jonas Smithman. Then I learned React, to write code with React with my teacher. My professor was his name is Maximilian Watzmüller, who is from Germany. Well, he taught me to write code with React. I made a website which is like an hamburger where you could add ingredients to this hamburger, and you press the button to add, for example, cheese, and then you click the button to buy this hamburger. Well, then I started to learn another programming language, which is Java. I wanted to learn this language because it was it was my goal to create an application in which let's imagine that we have two cell phones, right? And one person who wants to buy an apple from the person two wants to pay $1 for this apple, right? So the person A, who is the person who wants to buy the apple, puts his cell phone in front of the person B, in like the back of the cell phone of each person's cell phone, like very close together. That simulates the transaction, the transaction which if you do it with money, with physical money, you would let's assume that person A pays $2 to person B, and person B has to give $1 to person A, but that takes time. He has to go to the cashier, and then he has to take $1, and then he has to take that dollar to person A, right? So the idea is to transfer data through, I don't know, maybe through NFC. I don't know which technology you will use to create such an application. But let's assume person A transfer $1 to person B, but this data only occurs through these two cell phones, cell phone of person A and cell phone of person B, right? But this data doesn't go to a database. This why I don't want the data, the transfer data to go to a database, because if you think about a transaction which occurs with physical money, only there is actually three. There is three participants. The first participant is person A, which has the physical money. The second participant is the seller, which receives the money, and the third participant, well, it's an item or a product, which is the money. But only two people know about this transaction, right? But obviously, you need to make sure that the transaction which occurs between person A and person B has to be a transaction which doesn't violate the authorities. For example, selling pot of course that should be illegal. So there has to be like implementation of a security feature to avoid this type of transactions, right? So, but I cannot create such an application by myself because I'm here in a computer working alone, and well, if if I have someone interested in Canada who wants to work with me, and I'm willing to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. and drink a cup of coffee and work towards a goal, which I want a goal related to space, right? A goal which I don't know, something that help humanity become a multiplanetary species, like Elon Musk said, right? I love this guy, Elon Musk. He's like my mentor. I don't know, like my idol. I don't know how to call it, but I like his goal. It's like it brings hope, right? It brings like excitement, like wanting to know another place. Like if I go to Canada, I will feel very like wonder, like wow, this is something new. I haven't seen this, or hey man, what's going on? Meet new people and new culture. That's what I want, right? So thank you for watching.